Hello, First Congregational. I'm Sarah Gallop, and I'm the current moderator of our church. I'm delighted to add to our collection of Fireside chats, although I'm here in our living room where there isn't actually a fireplace, and I'm joined by my trusted videographer and husband, Andy Gallop. I'm afraid that my chat won't be nearly as inspirational or spiritually lifting as those given by the ministry team. But I would like, nonetheless, to share some news and updates that I hope you'll find helpful. First, our 180th annual meeting will be held this Sunday, May 17th, by Zoom, immediately following our worship service. All you have to do is stay on the Zoom meeting, and we'll move right into our abbreviated annual meeting. We'll be electing FCCW officers and new leadership team members, and we'll hear who the new deacons are, among many other things. I hope you'll join us. Depending on when you start the count, we're in our 8th or 9th week of dealing with the coronavirus, working and educating from home, limiting our physical human interactions, researching do-it-yourself haircutting techniques, carefully planning our essential errands, and finding new ways to connect with our family, friends, and neighbors. At church, as soon as we understood the gravity of the situation, the leadership team started meeting weekly by Zoom to try to sort out issues and logistics related to the virus and how its threat would likely impact our church life. Meanwhile, the ministry team started meeting 3 times a week to do the same thing, but also to think about all of you and determine what kind of comfort and care could be provided to our congregation during this challenging time. We met together as well, and there has been no shortage of COVID-related topics to discuss and address. Here are some of the upshots from those discussions. We established a COVID-19 financial response fund and team to address emergency needs in our congregation and in the community. Judy Arnold, Lisa Laughlin, David Peretti, and Jenny Splain have been overseeing that critical effort, and we are grateful to them. We're also filled with gratitude for your incredible response in creating that fund. Your support was swift and generous. Thank you. Our Minister of Health and Wellness, Kathleen Zagata, and our head deacon, Michelle Crawford, established a virtual church visitation network to enhance continuity of spiritual connection and support during COVID-19. It's aimed especially to our elders, our members at risk, and those challenged by social separation. Many of you have volunteered to serve in this network, and we're thankful for your time and your kindness. Having nothing to do with the coronavirus, but very important to the life of our church, we heard from our youth minister, Ben Pulaski, that he and his wife, Carrie, will be welcoming their 2nd child in the coming months, and that Ben will be starting a new chapter in his life as a stay-at-home dad beginning in September. Ben, we are thrilled for you and so grateful for our 8 years together. You've been an inspiration and a mentor to our children and our youth, and we thank you. To prepare for Ben's September departure in as seamless a way as possible, we established a Children and Youth Interim Task Force to develop a plan for the ongoing faith formation of our church's youngest members. Will Burhans, Patricia Brady, Dina Pradle, Michelle Stewart, and Jennifer Wilson are overseeing this important effort. As the weeks have passed, the leadership team changed its weekly meetings to every other week meetings, and the ministry team moved from 3 meetings a week back to 1 meeting a week. That doesn't mean that we aren't still focused on the workings of our church during this time, But what it means is that many of you are helping by bringing your expertise, knowledge, and time to the table. I'd like to announce that we are establishing an FCCW regathering team to develop and implement safe plans for the possible phased-in resumption of in-person worship and other in-building activities at our church. The group will include representatives from stakeholder ministries as well as members at large who have experience in related fields like health, emergency planning, space planning, public policy, or communications. Please let us know if you're interested in working on this vital effort. Before the onset of the COVID-19 crisis, the leadership team was focused on other topics, such as the great work of our steeple task force, the fabulous Ripley Chapel renovations and successful Ripley Presents series, the creation of a planned giving initiative and safe church policy, the implementation of the approved 2020 budget, the establishment of a four-way covenant with Lisa Laughlin, and we spent a lot of time on what it means to be strategic. We read the book Good Strategy, Bad Strategy by Richard Rummel together and tried to apply its teachings to our work. We brainstormed and shaped our thinking around the leadership teams and FCCW's goals and areas of focus for the next 5 years. We'll be resuming this work soon, and we look forward to sharing our ideas with you later. You know when you join a Zoom meeting and the faces of the people suddenly appear on the call? Boy, does that moment make me smile. It's so comforting to see all of you and to feel the pull and strength of our shared church connection. How fortunate and blessed we all are. I want to close by thanking the ministry team, Will, Judy, Jane, Kathleen, Ben, and Jeffrey, for their very hard work over these past 2 months and always, and for keeping us grounded in our faith. The FCCW staff, particularly Sarah Marino, Ed Banzi, and Bill Lewis, who bring their can-do spirit to every decision and task. Our in-house technical wizards, Ben Pulaski, who has spent countless hours creating fun and meaningful video footage for worship, and the 3 Zoom-keteers, Bruce Alexander, John Crabtree, and Andy Spiegel, who are behind the scenes on our Zoom meetings, making sure everything works without anyone noticing it. The leadership team, Deirdre Giblin, David Peretti, Marty Rosmanith, Cindy Vankovich, Jennifer Wilson, and Peter Wolford, for stepping up in a big way to lead through a difficult time, and for their steady participation on task forces and teams galore. And all of you, you are advancing the work of your ministries, volunteering to help in all kinds of ways, reaching out to one another, providing financial support to our community, participating in new ways of worshiping, and keeping your spiritual practices alive in your own special way. I look forward to being back together again, whatever that may look like. Until then, may God bless you and your families. Be well.